so old, the legends and the myths, the testaments they told, the moon and its eclipse.
And nowhere in those books did say anything about humans being taken from Earth and placed in an all-animal universe. Welcome back to Phoenix Wright Zootopia Defense. Today's case is called the Derailed Turnabout. Start! Oh, a little late on that, but oh well. Huff. Puff. Blow your house down! This is crazy! I gotta get off this thing! What is going on here? What did you do? I did nothing, lady! Wait a minute, you're... Gah! Everyone, hold on! I wonder who Gah is. I suppose we'll find out as the case progresses. Come on, carrots, you gotta admit, they look good. Nick, those shades add nothing to your look. They're cool, that's what is important. Cool? Yes, cool. Thus, they stay. But then how did I see your lovely green eyes? Heh, you big, sly, flirty bunny. Is that the radio? This is Officer Hobson Wild reporting in. Judy, a train has crashed in the station! Wait, what? The train was sabotaged and we have a suspect, but they are resisting. They insist they didn't do it, but they are panicking badly. Officers on the scene are requesting backup. We're on our way. This sounds bad. No, really, it sounded like a parade to me. Nick and Jude's apartment on July 3rd. 5:10, that means tomorrow's July 4th. Well, I must say, they've got a nice apartment. Better than the one that Jude had in the movie. Anyway, 13 days have already gone by in this place. Not counting the 2 I spent in the hotel. Speaking of hotels, is the judge still staying at one? I would assume that is the case. Unless he found alternate accommodations. It's possible. But knowing him, he's likely been taking in the sights. Honestly, we haven't been doing enough of that ourselves. 13 days and no new cases have arisen. And no more signs of our mysterious friend. If they aren't going to show up again, then why are we still here? Hello? Phoenix! Dramatic music! Isn't that Officer Hops? Judy? Yes, it's me. You need to get down here, and fast! Come on, thank you. Judy, what's going on? You sound frantic. Of course I'm frantic! A train crash! Oh, wait, what? Yes, and it was no accident. We're at the station. Just get down here. Judy, wait! She hung up. Right, what is happening? There's been a train crash. A crash? She wouldn't be calling us if it was a mere accident. She says much, we need to get moving. Agreed. I have a bad feeling about this. Come, Wright, we cannot simply wait around while there is a case to solve. Yeah, I'm on it. Peaceful music now. Alright, so let's move. Whoop, nope, 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 nope. Okay, besides the fact. There is nothing of note here in this spot. Where's the back button? There's the back button. Just realized I think I may have set the dimensions on the video incorrectly. Oh, well. Oh, a lovely train. Phoenix! Calm it down, Carrots. They're here now. I didn't mean to click twice, so well. Officer Wild, may I inquire to why you are out of uniform? I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of looking and questioning people. Both I find are far easier out of uniform. If you say so. I say that's because of lazy programmers not wanting to have to animate Nick's uniform. Well, basically lazy programmers, because they don't want to have to Photoshop Nick to have his police uniform on. That's what I'm going to say. This place is a mess. What exactly happened? The train came off the tracks, sliding its way into the station. There were a lot of injuries, but no deaths, thankfully. You said on the phone that this is no accident. That is correct. They have a witness claiming they saw someone in the engine compartment. Right before the engine blew out and the train derailed. I take it the suspect was arrested? Yes. He has already been taken back to the precinct for questioning. Jack Savage, I'm not thrilled to see you again. Mr. Wright, a pleasure to see you again. I swear, this is Star Wars music. This is a strange bunny I met at the end of our last case. An agent, apparently. Nick and Judy could find almost nothing on the guy in the ZPD database, either. Mr. Savage, I take it you are investigating the case, too? Indeed. To answer Mr. Wright's queries, the initial investigation shows the engine compartment was broken into and sabotaged. The suspect is one Duke Weaselton. Our suspect was seen exiting by the witness right before the engine failed. We still have some investigating to do, motives to establish. This case is as open as shut as they come. Which means you can go home now, attorney. All due respect, while I know Weaselton to be a scumbag, this seems far out of his league, and he was screaming bloody murder he was innocent. Don't they all? I think Mr. Wright and Mr. Edgeworth can make their own judgments. Agreed. I shall begin my own investigation immediately. See you in the courtroom, Wright. Very well. But you are wasting your time if you want to defend this guy, Mr. Wright. I'll be the judge of that. Yeah, you're not exactly in charge of us, pal. Then you will need this. Evidence! Yeah, we want that. Keep it handy. It's basically the train's autopsy report. Understood. Me and Nick are going to do some more investigating. We'll catch you later. Yeah, see you later. Ah, Judy dropped something. A pen. Ah, the infamous carrot pen has returned. I should return this when I see her next. Was that all, Mr. Wright? I should ask some questions while I'm here. Before we ask questions, let's take a look at the report, as I'm sure if the game will let me. Oh, there's no check button, but it basically says the engine of the train was sabotaged, causing the train's malfunction and derailment as it came into the station. Alright, I'll just recenter the game right there. Alright, so I guess we better talk. What happened? It's as I said. The train was running smoothly at first. Then the suspect broke into the engine compartment. His intent was simple, crash the train. His motive is yet unknown. However, just after he did the deed, he ran into a passenger who had grown suspicious. Catching him in the act, the train derailed moments later. Alright, I think I got the basics down. Alrighty then. So, I forget. This game does not give you the dialogue when Phoenix asks the question, you just go straight to the response. Kind of annoying. Anyway, Duke Weaselton, he's a lowlife. When he's not bootlegging DVDs, he's committing the odd robbery here and there. You cannot trust him, not at all. An untrustworthy weasel. Talk about stereotyping. Doesn't it seem odd a small-time crook would do something of this magnitude? Everyone has their reasons and motivations. And his will soon become clear, I shall see to that. The glare in his eyes could melt through steel. Remind me not to get on this guy's bad side. Me? That is not for you to know. Sorry about that. I keep hitting the mouse thing. I should probably turn that off, but if I do that, it means I'll use the touchpad. I don't want to do that. Anyway, that is not for you to know. What? Oh, come on. I'm an agent for the government. I put my neck out for this country many times. And I don't make a habit of telling strangers who my mother is and where to find her. Fair enough. Well, that's all for that, so I guess it's time to examine. Let me see here. What we got here? We got the train. The train is off the rails. At least it's never tipped onto the platform. If it done that, I can't even imagine the lives that would have been lost. All things considered, we got off lucky. I think that train is all we need to investigate here, because there's nothing of particular note here, or anywhere. So, I guess there's only one thing left to do. Let's move on to the detention center. All Phoenix Wright games must go to the detention center. Back here again. No matter where it is, the detention center always has a depressing vibe to it. Now, where is this Mr. Weaselton I'm supposed to meet with? And what are you meant to be? I didn't realize a hairless ape escaped the wildlife park. Excuse me? And it can talk too. Well, ain't that just the thing? I guess there are no sapient monkeys or apes in this world. Actually, my name is Phoenix Wright. Weaselton. Duke Weaselton. What do you want? I'm kinda busy here. Busy? With what? I was just telling these dumb cops that I didn't do it. But their ears must be clogged or something, because I'm still here. Or maybe they're just dumb. Do I really have to defend this guy? I suppose it depends on this. Did you sabotage that train, Mr. Weaselton? How many times do I have to tell you? No! Nothing. I thought as much. He may not be pleasant, but he really didn't do it. What are you just staring at that green gem for? Hey, is it valuable? Moving on? I'm a defense attorney. I came to hear you out. Oh, you stupid mouse. I keep hitting that. That's gonna happen every episode, at least once. Maybe twice. Probably like 5 times. A lawyer, huh? Did that fluffy bunny send you? You mean Hops? Yeah, whatever. Well, not exactly. I heard about the case and I wanted to judge you for myself. And you think I'm guilty too, huh? No. Despite your reputation, I do not believe you derailed that train. Look, I know I'm not the greatest guy in the world. I got my fair share of sins. But going from bootleg to this is a bit of a jump, don't you think? It did occur to me this is outside of your usual MO. So, if you allow, I would like to defend you. Well, no other punk is going to take my case. Everyone is convinced of my guilt, even before the trial. Screw it. I probably shouldn't have said that aloud. Oh well. It's not like I have anything left to lose. Thank you. I better ask some questions about the case. Alright, so what happened? You want to know what happened? Yes, very much so. Say, you actually gonna hear me out? Or like those cops just going to ignore me? I asked you, didn't I? I will listen, I promise. Just tell me your side of the story. Heh, fine. I'm being accused of snooping around, being up to no good. They say I sabotaged that train, caused it to crash on purpose. Well, they can kiss my tail. I did none of that. So you weren't up to no good? Of course not. So if that is the case, might I ask what you were doing on that train? Oh, come on, is it really that hard to figure out for you law types? What else is a train for? What does everyone else use it for? I was simply traveling on it as any normal mammal would, that is all. I wasn't up to anything, I wasn't doing anything. I was just waiting for the train to reach my stop, that's it. Well, this is new. Well, it would appear the weasel is being dishonest with me. Shocking. Hey, what's with the glare? Are you being truthful with me? Because I think you're hiding something. Sheesh, you too? I don't think you sabotaged the train, but you know more than you're letting on. What is it? I have no idea what you're on about. So I suggest you shove your accusations up where they'll hurt. That's all I have to say. Seems we'll have to force it out of him. We can't just yet. We don't have the evidence we need to force it out of him, so we'll come back to that in a little bit. Why don't you mind your own business? What are you, a cop? A government agent? A thief? What? What do you want? As your lawyer, having an understanding of my client can help me do my job. There's not much more to tell. I grew up here, I run a business here. I'm not sure selling bootlegs on a street corner qualifies as an actual business. And I will die here. In a prison cell if you don't get back to work. Don't I just meet the best people? Well, we gotta move on if the game will let us move on. Yes, we gotta go to Weaselton's apartment. And what do you know, it's Judy's place from the first... why was I about to say first game? From the movie. It's from the movie. Man, just look at this place. Dust, dirt, and crazy neighbors. Honestly, who could live like this and love it? Either way, I wouldn't expect a small-time thief like Weaselton to have much more than this. Hopefully the guy left something around I can use. I need all the evidence I can get my hands on. It's not the biggest place in the world, so it shouldn't be too hard to search. On the flip side, it's not exactly ideal for storing crucial evidence. Sigh. I better get started. Alright, let's look around for evidence. What we got, what we got, what we got, what we got. We got a Looks like something is in the bin. Let's see here. A piece of paper. I better put that up so you can see what's happening. Yeah, there we go. It's a piece of paper. It's a letter. Paying Weaselton to meet the rider in the engine compartment of the train. It also tells him to wear gloves? Odd. And finally, the writer wanted this letter destroyed. I guess the bid was Weaselton's idea of destroyed. At least his ineptitude is giving me this clue. And that's in the court record. Somebody wanted me with Weaselton on the train. I guess we should read it, so let's read it. There we go. Mr. Weaselton, meet me on the Zootopia Express on July the 3rd at 11:40 p.m. I want you to meet me in the engine compartment at that exact time. Do this and $1,000 shall be transferred to your account. Oh, and make sure to wear gloves. A friend. That's why he was there that day. And I'm willing to bet whoever wrote this also set Weaselton up. Ergo, the true saboteur. I better keep this handy for the trial. What else we got? Not the most comfortable looking bed in the world. Perhaps there's something hidden under the covers or pillow. Nope, nothing. Ah, what about under the mattress? Nothing. Should have seen that coming. And let's see, we got that. We got a radiator. The radiator doesn't look the best quality in the world. It must get quite cold in here at night. Especially during the winter. That's gotta stink. Oh well. The desk is empty. Darn. And I must admit, despite the apartment's quality, you can't deny the view. All Zootopia is right outside, ready for the taking. It really is quite the city to see. Maybe it's just the fact that anthropomorphic animals are walking around everywhere. Meh, it's not much different than... Yeah, we're gonna skip that. Edgeworth was right. I really am too okay with this. Moving on. Not gonna mention that whore while we're playing this game. And what do you know, music? I was kind of missing it. Alright, so we got the letter. Let me see if we'll... Yep, I thought so. We gotta go back here real quickly for junk. Huh. Guess Mr. Savage left. There are still some cops sweeping the area. I bet Nick and Judy are among them. Wait a second. Who's that over there? They're definitely not an officer. Not in that outfit. Hello, a pleasure to meet you. Hi. My name is Phoenix Wright, a defense attorney. Ah, Mr. Wright. I've heard from you from Mr. Savage, as well as Officers Hobbs and Wild. You're going to be defending Weaselton, are you not? That's right. Tell me, Mr. Wright, do you believe in your client's innocence? Innocence? Or is this simply a job to you? Of course I believe in his innocence. This is more than a simple job to me. Ah, good to know. And who exactly are you? Forgive me, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Gazelle. I'm a pop singer. A gazelle named Gazelle. What were her parents thinking? Wait. Aren't you that super famous star? Yeah, get on with it, thank you. Ah, so you do recognize me. Only from the odd billboard and from what Judy Hopps has told me. What are you doing in a place like this? What do you mean? Where else would I be right now? You realize this is the scene of a crime, right? Ah, you don't know, do you? Know what? The reason I'm here. I am the witness, after all. Wait, what? Say, what? This is horrible. You're the witness that saw my client? Yes, I saw Mr. Weaselton in that engine room. I saw nobody else, and moments later the sabotage derailed the train. I see no lock, so she at very least believes that's the truth. Do you mind if I ask a few questions? Not at all. It is your job to ask such things. Whatever you need, I am here to provide. Alright, let us begin. So what did you see? You want to know more details, yes? If you could. Of course! I, of course, was a passenger on the train. I was situated right next to the engine compartment. Thus, when it happened, I had a front row seat. When what happened? when he did the deed. I missed him enter. He is sneaky, I'll give him that. But hearing him inside, I went to investigate. Then, without warning, he burst out of the compartment, extremely flustered. I confronted him and then the train derailed moments later. I see. This is going to be a tough testimony in the court. Gah! Edgeworth is going to think Weaselton did it with this! Okay, thank you for your time. It was no trouble. Actually, you said you heard him. Yes, I did. What did you hear him do exactly? It's not what he did, but what he said. Said? Yes, when I heard him inside! He was searchingly calling out for someone. Calling out for someone? Here comes the testimony. Who was he calling out to? That I do not know. But I saw nobody else. He was alone. He might have been just calling out to make sure that he was indeed alone in there. Very well, thank you for this information. Weaselton knows more than he's letting on. What you just said suggests he was meeting with somebody. A true saboteur, perhaps. I'll need to find more evidence on this soon. Is everything alright, Mr. Wright? Yes, everything is fine. Thank you for your time. Me? Yes, the woman beneath the flashy music and advertisements. Honestly, Mr. Wright, I don't know what to tell you. I love music and I love Zootopia. This city has been very good to me and I just want to give something back. And through my music I tried to keep Zootopia the beacon of unity between prey and predator. That's a nice sentiment. I like to think so, yes. So that Nighthawk incident last year and now this. It saddens me to see such constant trouble. It comes and goes, but you have your music to shine a light amidst the darkness. Very well said, Mr. Wright. What can I say? I honestly just thought of something Mia might say. Alright, well, we're done with this, so... moving on to the detention center. Let's talk. I believe we have what we need. I hope we have what we need to do this. Take that! I was just traveling. Honest. So, you were just traveling, huh? Yes, that's all it was. Why do I find that hard to believe? Maybe your mother dropped you on your head when you were a squirt. Hey! Mr. Weasel, I can't help you if you don't help me. I didn't do nothing, that's all there is to it. I have evidence showing that you are lying to me. Yeah, sure you do. I do. Because somebody disagrees with you. This shows your lie. Take that! This shows me exactly what your lie is. No normal passenger would be found exiting the engine room. That's one. It's that darn pop star, ain't it? Yeah, I went in there, but it was just to take a look. I didn't touch a thing. She also said you called out to someone. Who were you expecting? Was anybody found with me, lawyer? I was alone, doing nothing. I had no part in this business. Oh, I think you did. So you think I did, huh? No, your part was more unwitting. What's that meant to mean? You were tricked and framed, weren't you? Mr. Weaselton? I told you before, I had no part in this. I know that's a lie. I know you were tricked and framed, and this proves it.
Take that!
I found this in your apartment. What? You were told to come to the train's engine room that day, at that time. Oh, excuse me. And you were paid quite handsomely. Weaselton, this is the key to proving your innocence. You're not protecting yourself, hiding the truth. You're only damaging your chances. Fine, you win. Maybe now he'll be more forthcoming. What actually happened? Can we get some music? I guess not. There we go. You pretty much nailed it on the head, Mr. Lawyer. I got this letter come through, offering what I couldn't refuse. Money. Wow. And all it said to do was go to that stupid train and meet with the guy there. It was dark in there. I never saw anybody else. You know the rest. You were set up. The hustler gets hustled. Ironic, right? Yeah. I better head back to the train station and see if Nick and Judy have found anything useful. Alright, back we go. Things around here seem to have become quiet. Only a few officers remain. Even Gazelle has left. Not surprising, considering the sun's about to give way to the night. Hopefully I can find Nick and Judy around here somewhere. Phoenix, there you are! We were wondering if you were going to show up. Where exactly have you been? Investigating the usual. Anything good? I found out Weaselton was paid to be there that day. Paid to be there? Honestly, that just sounds like he was paid to sabotage the train. He was meant to meet with someone. That someone framed him. So he fell right into a trap, right? I can't be surprised in all honesty. Is he the brightest hustler in Zootopia? No, he isn't. Still, that might not wash over in court. Since we have no other suspects as of yet. So you didn't find anything then? On the contrary, we found some pieces of evidence you might want to see. Here is the first. A gun. A gun? Yep, and the shot it fired was found lodged into the engine itself. That is what sabotaged the engine. The bullet hit exactly where it needed to for maximum damage. The train didn't stand a chance. But wait, this wasn't in Gazelle's testimony. She must have missed it or mistook the sound for part of the engine's normal function. Either way, it was just after this that Weaselton ran into Gazelle. And then the train derailed soon after due to the damage done to its engine. Are there any prints on the gun? Force say no, the user was wearing gloves to stop any prints from getting on. This doesn't look good for Weaselton. Listen, Phoenix. We have to head back and report to Chief Bogo. The trial will be on the 5th, so we'll tell you if anything comes up. Thanks, Judy. Good luck, Phoenix. Well, great. Just great. And I forgot to give Judy her pen back. Dang it! Well, I don't think there's anything left to do here, but now we have the gun. We can ask Weaselton if it's his. What about this gun? Gun? A gun was found at the scene of the crime, and a bullet was lodged in the engine. Would you know anything about them, Mr. Weaselton? So that's what it was. What was? The sound I heard. Hey, you there. I got your message. What do you want to see me about? Is it a job? Something you need? The money was good, so I'm your weasel. It's kind of dark in here. I can't see a thing. Stop screwing around. Our night vision is limited. It only helps so much, you know. What? Oh, forget this. This is crazy. I gotta get off this thing. What is going on here? You know the rest. Why didn't you mention this before? It must have slipped my mind. I'm sure it did. How do you forget something like that? Thing is, I never saw the guy or gal who did it. It can't have been normal for it to be dark in there. They dimmed the lights so you couldn't see them. And then made their escape in the commotion. A true hustle. I'd be impressed if I weren't the victim. I now have an idea as to what happened. Without a lead on the true culprit, this is going to be difficult. Weaselton the Predator was framed for this crime. The question is, why and by who? Those answers shall have to be found in court. I just hope Edgeworth has found some evidence to correspond with my own. And that's the end of part 1. In part 2, we'll begin day 1 of the trial of Duke Weaselton. See you guys then.